times. Now I'm asking you because you are ignoring and disrespecting the chair. Honorable Maotwe, I have asked you to please leave the chamber.
Chairperson,
Yes,
you
she
only
must
caution
kindly
her
leave,
once.
Speaker.
How many
Leave the
cautions must you give a member before you eject them from the house?
Which I
You
have.
cautioned her once. You
No,
said
I
I'm
did
cautioning
not.
you.
I said
Then she
caution
sat
50
down.
times. No, after 46 seconds. Honorable Maotwe, please leave the chamber. That is my instruction. If you do not want to, Sergeant at Arms, could you please assist? Honorable Maotwe.
Deputy Speaker, is it because he was touching you on the Americans? You can't do that.
Honorable Sergeant at Arms.
No, Deputy Speaker, that's not how we operate. No, that's not how we operate. You want the member. You only just told her that she has spoken over 40 seconons.
Honorable
And after
Mente,
that, she must leave the house. That's not how we work.
That's how you work in the EFF, not in Parliament.
For the time,
Honorable
and
Mente.
you did not stop them.
Honorable Mente, I am also cautioning you. That is now the second one. Honorable Mente and the Sergeant at Arms. I am now calling the Sergeant
It
at
doesn't
Arms.
change the fact, Deputy Speaker, you can remove us from this
You need
house.
to follow
Then
the rules of Parliament when I speak.
Which
Honorable
says still the poor to the farmer is a
Please come
crime
and assist
and
the
therefore
Honorable
doesn't
Maotwe.
constitute to a hate speech. That's why you are sitting on that
You are
chair.
trying very hard to impress Julius on our time.
That was
Stop it and go out.
I fuck off when I.
Not in an auction of impressing Julius Malema, man. Can you go out? You don't have time.
You are scared of white
Yeah,
people.
but
You are not doing
Honorable
that
Speaker.
one.
We are worshipping white people here.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Now the second one. Honorable
You are
Mente.
scared of white people when I speak. You are scared of white people.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
I'm not recognizing anyone now. You may not, in terms of the rules, intervene at any point
But
whilst a
Deputy
member
Speaker, our
is
hands are up
asking.
here. Can you recognize us as well?
I have just ruled, Honorable Mkalipi, you should know the rules, that whilst someone is being removed, that you may not interrupt the process, because then you are also in breach of the rules. So I am cautioning you, Honorable Mkalipi.
You want all members of the EFF out of that house
Honorable
because you're
Mkalipi, I am cautioning you now for the second time.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
But Deputy Speaker, why are you saying
Honorable
you are questioning
Mkalipi,
me
that
while I'm
is now the
quiet?
third time that I'm cautioning you.
But
The
I'm
table,
quiet.
please
Why are you
remove
calling my name while I'm quiet?
Honorable Mkalipi from the
Hey,
platform.
keep quiet. You are not quiet when I'm calling. Keep quiet.
Hey,
Honorable
when
Piri.
shut up, when up here, shut up.
you are scared of white people,
Honorable
Deputy
members, we will now
Speaker.
proceed. Honorable
You are scared of white
Members.
Honorable
people.
Deputy Speaker, can I rise on
Very
a point of
scared.
order?
Honorable members, I'm now cautioning you on the platform. You have not been recognized. And we will now proceed. Honorable Mkaula, order. Honorable Mente, what is your point of order?
The point of order is on you, Speaker, and your unfairness. Honorable Piri there on the platform he has been speaking. You have never cautioned him. You have never thrown him out.
Honorable
Yet,
Mente,
Mkalipi, you have thrown her out. For what good reason?
Honorable Mente, focus.
No, you are unfair. You are unfair. I'm very focused. You are
Honorable
unfair.
Mente, I am now cautioning you
She's
for
only
the third
concentrating on EFF members.
Honorable
You
member
are only
of the
concentrating
MK.
on EFF member.
Honorable member. Honorable member, I have made a ruling and you do know what you have to do. Once a ruling has been made, you can go to the speaker and then to the rules committee. Honorable President, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I just have a point of order.
Thank you, Honorable.
You can't have a point of order.
Deputy
The ruling
Speaker.
has been made. The ruling has been made.
Honorable members on the platform, order.
May you grant me, Honorable.
Honorable Tutete, I'm going to remove you from the platform now. Please remove the member from the platform. Honorable Mente, I have now cautioned you a number of times I am going to next time now ask you to leave the chamber. The same honourable member of the MK. Honourable member of the MK, do you know the rules that if a ruling has been made on the same matter, you cannot raise another point of order? So is this a new point of order? Honourable member, then you go to the Rules Committee with your complaint. And please do, Honourable member, order. We will now proceed, Honourable President.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I've now forgotten what the question was. But well, there was a question. I guess I need to respond to it. I think the honorable member's question was, what is it that we sought to achieve by going to the United States? And I think that does require an answer. We were very clear.
Order, Honourable members, Honourable Mkaula. Honourable member, I'm not recognizing you now. Honourable President, please proceed.
Thank you. The issue of relations between South Africa and the United States was an issue that occupied many people's minds in our country, and many had raised concerns about the deteriorating relationship between our two countries, having recognized the important role that both our countries play in each other's economy, apart from the various political relations, diplomatic relations. And we realized that the impact on our country's economy would be adverse unless we were able to repair or reset the relationship between our two countries. And to this end, in a telephone conversation with President Trump, when we were discussing other global matters such as Russia and Ukraine, we agreed that we should meet. And it was to this end that we traveled to the United States with a delegation that all of you would have seen as it was broadly televised. We really had three objectives. The first was to reset the relationship between two trading partners, partners that have had dealings over many years and where we invest in each other's economies. The United States has some 601 companies that are invested in South Africa. And we similarly have a number of companies that have invested in the United States. A number of our jobs, some of the sectors that would be affected would be agriculture, the auto sector, and the steel and aluminum sector, and a number of other sectors that make machines, and the mining sector, where we sell critical minerals to the United States, would be adversely affected if the relations were not straightened out. So it was to this end that we were motivated to reset that relationship. The second objective was to set up a process of engagement between the United States and South Africa. There had hitherto been a process of disengaging, where we were no longer really engaging at a government level to deal with issues that governments normally deal with on an ongoing basis. And we wanted to engage on tariffs, on investments, and related matters. And the third objective was to discuss the G20 and to highlight the important role that a country like the United States, which is the largest economy in the world, plays in the activities of the G20, which we are so deeply immersed in and having the responsibility of leading. And that it's important for the United States to engage with the G20 process and ultimately to entice the leader of the United States to come to the Leaders' Summit at the end of the year. So broadly, those were our objectives. And there could be a fourth one, which would be just the promotion of investment by American companies and South African companies in each other's economies. So we do believe that we achieved those objectives. The engagement with the American government has started. Soon after we left Washington, the engagement has now commenced, and there are discussions that are happening in relation to tariffs, in relation to investments, and we believe that we have reset the relationship despite what we could have seen on television. We were able to have a much more meaningful discussion and meeting with President Trump and his representatives during the quiet room where we had lunch together and had meaningful exchanges on a number of issues. And we do believe that the engagement will continue through the G20 process. So that was the main objective of the visit. And we do believe that the United States continuing to play such a big role in the life of our economy, it was necessary and important for us to go and engage with them, because many of our people's jobs are dependent on our economic dealings with the United States. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The last supplementary question will be